Smoothie interview on Radio Leicester on the 8th of the 11th, 2015, featuring Zelensky 1, MC Pinball. Check it out.
So it's Dr. Dixon here on BBC Radio Leicester until 10 o'clock this evening. It's time now to hear about an organisation in Leicester that's helping BME people with mental health problems. Mental health affects all of us, and so Leicester, we have a range of mental health provisions aimed at the BME community. So African and Caribbean people are less likely to access mental health services. But does this apply to BME people in Leicester? Let's hear this report now, shall we? As I'm walking through, I can hear the MCing going on. I can hear the music as well. It's a little bit cold, but it is cozy. And as I'm entering the room as well, I can see everyone here from Showcase Smoothie.
Hello there, my name's Tim Sayers. I'm one of the Arts and Mental Health Coordinators at Leicestershire Partnership NHS Trust. There's two sides of the project. There's Showcase side, which is men only, and there's Smoothie, which is open to men and women. And both sides of the project, we're targeting people from the BME community.
In the UK, a quarter of us will suffer from some sort of mental health problem during the course of the year. People from black and ethnic minorities or from the BME community are more likely to suffer from mental health problems that largely go unreported due to mainstream mental health providers not understanding their specific cultural needs. This is according to a mental health website. Now, what does this mean for BME people living in Leicester? What provisions are out there to cater for these members of the community?
So we have the two sides. The Showcase, both sides are dedicated to performance, recording, and publications. So on the Showcase side, we're all about creative writing, and our workshop facilitator, Rob G, comes in, and so we're creating new writing and creating publication. On the Smoothie side, we're a sound system dedicated to recording and performance.
3 wishes, auto washing dishes. 2 to be Cadbury choc box, restored quantity, daily for the missus and me. And last, to enjoy life and blast. Yeah, man, I'm Vernsky, MC Pinball. I'm 31 at the minute. During foster care hell, I became like suicidally depressed, and I started getting paranoid and losing my marbles, you could say. But the more they took away from the outside of me, the more I found myself on the inside. So then writing lyrics and poetry and rhyme and stuff like that was a good expression point.
Mental health can affect people of all ages. I spoke with Pamela Campbell-Morris from the West Indian Senior Citizen Project.
So within the WISP project, there's a luncheon club, a day center which provide various activities for our elders, and also Meals and Wheels. Now sit underneath the WISP project is the West Indian Senior Citizens LAT, which means Leicester Aging Together project. That is a new initiative.
Charmaine from the LAT project explains just what they do.
I'm the Befriending and Mentoring Development Officer. This service in particular is available for our African Caribbean elders. We know that they experience isolation, and as a result of that can feel lonely, and the idea of the Befriending Project is so that we can reach out to them.
I've lost both my parents. I had actually had experience of schizophrenia myself, and that was the very first time I slashed my wrist.
According to a recent mental health report, BME women in particular are more likely to be diagnosed with bipolar and schizophrenia. Successful dub poet Jean Binterbreeze, MBE, told me about her experience with schizophrenia.
When I started suffering from the schizophrenia, I started hearing voices, and I realized how much I was listening to the voices around me. And a lot of my poetry tends to be just how people talk.
It's clear that here in Leicester, there are a range of mental health provisions for people within the BME community, despite recent NHS cuts in the mental health sector. But there is still room for improvement. Local BME mental health counsellor Myra Khan had this to say.
There's always more that we can do for the BME community. One really strong passion of mine is to actually get more BME people professionally in the field in order to support our own people in our communities.
There we are. That was Andrea Bennett there with that report.
BBC Radio Leicester.